The program's named AngusLink, okay, and it is. It's a link between the commercial guy, the seed stock guy, and the cattle feeder. This matters because it's we all have good cattle. Cattle are marketed as these are the best ones. Okay, this is meat behind it. This is we can put numbers on paper. We can put some validity to saying that these cattle will do what we say they will do. From a feeder standpoint, if I was feeding those cattle, it mitigates the risk. You know, I mean, we can buy that set of cattle with confidence, knowing that if our choice select spread's good and we want to roll the dice and go to the grid with those cattle, being a cattle we haven't fed, we don't have history on, we can do that with some confidence that they're going to score well. In the AngusLink deal, if the producer scores over a 125, say on the grid deal, you know, I mean, that shows that they've got a good marbling score in their herd, that, you know, if those cattle are going to go to the grid, they're really well versed to market there. Inversely, you know, on the feedlot score, points a little towards daily gain, conversion, intake. Somebody can take their herd, get those scores. If they're a little short on the grid or something, they can target some higher marbling genetics in their bulls and move that score pretty quick. It improves the herd because it is it's a number for the herd. Okay, and it's not an individual, it's not this animal or that animal, it's a general trend. All right, so if we see in our AngusLink scores that our $B number isn't where we want it to be, or our G, we can go in and, without losing sight of other traits, we can maybe increase our marbling score on our seed stock. It's a measurement. Everybody wonders, and we talk about getting kill data back, and that's sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle. All right, well, this is not kill data, but it's a good indication of what that would be, and so we can take these numbers and build off of them. Facts are facts and numbers are numbers, and you know, if we're scared of those numbers, making progress is going to be a hard thing to do. So if those scores aren't where you want them to be, the quickest way to improve a herd is through genetics. You know, so we can take those genetics and take those scores, change our selection criteria a little bit, and adjust them, and we'll re-enroll next year in 2 years. You know, I would like to see people enroll every year. The AngusLink deal is not only a marketing tool for their calves and helps promote them to feedlots and show the genetic merit and potential that those calves have for a feeder, but it's also it's a gauge for them as to where their herd is, and if there's a strong suit or a weak point, it can be addressed off of the AngusLink scores. If people are buying registered Angus bulls, the association and the seed stock segment of the breed has done a good job of transferring those bulls. They're all on file at the association. So the association is going to generate a list, going to send the producer that list. We go through that list and identify which bulls would have been potential sires of that marketing group. Paperwork's minimal. It's extremely easy. It probably takes no more than an hour to go through that, and it's a simple process, and the program's been really well received. It's once they understand what it is on both the producer and the feedlot side, it's I think people can really see the merit in the program. It's easy to understand. It's straightforward. I think going forward, it's going to be a really powerful tool.